Greetings, people. You know, I am famous. Yeah, it's true. I'm actually famous. You want to know why I'm famous? Well, you see, there's this really famous YouTuber called Beluga, and he made this one video that had this system installed that that he blocked every single word in existence from the comments except for one. And only by commenting that particular word, you could keep your comment from getting blocked. And that comment is the one and only comment that can be made in this video. And guess who made it? Me! Alright. So, I basically figured out that the answer is Rickroll. And I typed it in. And how I figured that out? Well, I think it should be pretty obvious to anyone who watches Beluga videos. Okay. So, now that I am famous, well, it means my words have weight now. It means that the things I say impact the world greatly. It is a heavy burden to bear, but I am very strong and I can handle it. And so, now, I'm going to say some things that are very important. Because I've figured some stuff out. If you are a fan of this channel, you remember how I was talking about like the supreme truth and like how VivziePop was gonna reveal the supreme truth to the world and it would help us deal with all our problems and then how Dr. Luke ruined everything. Well, nothing has been ruined. Because I figured it all out. You see, we have all been tricked. You see, because basically, we all used to think that human nature was inherently evil. I mean, it's what all religion is based on, and also we make heavy metal songs about it. You know, like how most of heavy metal songs are all about how human nature is nasty and evil and stuff. Yeah, exactly. But it's all one big societal lie. The truth is that the human nature is righteous and pure. Everybody is perfectly good and pure of heart deep down. And I have proof. Okay, so first of all, certain insects have this evolutionary thing going on with them. They have this process called autophasis. And basically, the way it works is that when a insect is in danger, it explodes. Like when it's under attack, it like explodes in like some sticky and or toxic goo that destroys its attackers and protects the hive. And that tells us something about evolution. If evolution was concerned about preserving the individual, then this would never happen. But evolution is concerned with preserving the species. If you need more proof, well, there's gay people. Obviously, gay people do not reproduce because they don't want to reproduce. Yeah. Gay people, also asexual people, also don't reproduce because they don't want to. And that is obviously not that is obviously not beneficial for the reproduction of the individual, but it is beneficial for the reproduction of the species. Like I don't know how, but the theory goes that like they have since the gay people and the asexual people don't reproduce, they can they don't have to raise their kids, so they have time to help out with other meaningful stuff. And that's how they're useful evolutionarily. Okay, so yeah, all right. And obviously, if we've established that evolution serves the species, and if human beings are inherently evil, then obviously, well, that doesn't serve the species. Like, if they constantly seek power over others and fight amongst each other, that leads to the overall decline of their society. So no, humans are most certainly born good, evolved to be good. So, you might be wondering, if humans are evolved to be good, then why does everyone think that humans are born evil? Well, here's, well, well, I don't actually know, but I have a certain theory. You see, I think, like, people in power are always trying to 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 shame everyone beneath them so that they are more compliant. And I think that someone shamed people into thinking that their true nature is inherently evil, so that they could justify enslaving them and calling it good, because because these people tricked them into trusting authority over their instincts. Yeah. And, like, I don't know how this started, but I have a theory. The concept of original sin. Well, basically the way it goes is long, long ago in the Garden of Eden, God created Adam and Eve, and then God forbade them from eating the fruit of forbidden knowledge, and they did eat it, and then God cursed them and placed a bunch of nasty rules, and one of those nasty curses he placed upon them is that, well, now they have this thing called original sin. Basically, original sin is the temptation to do evil. Like, it's the natural inclination to do evil. And obviously, the Bible is lying. And that lie caused the downfall of our society. That is how it all started. People started believing that their true selves were evil. And that was meant to keep people subservient and under control because they're too afraid of their true selves to embrace them. But this also caused some side effects, because some people figured out that if human nature is inherently sinful, then every time they did a good deed, they were acting against their nature, and therefore were weaker because of it. And so people realized that the best way to be strong is to act in accordance with with their supposed sinful nature. So they started to sin. They started, they chose the path of evil. And and they believed it to be their nature, and that belief empowered them. They thought that they were being their true selves, and that made them strong. But it was all a lie, because the true self is righteous and pure. It is good. And we must realize that as a society, and only then will the world become a better place. Like, people are preaching stuff like authenticity, like being true to yourself. It's a very common thing that spiritual gurus preach nowadays. And like, if people are going to be true to themselves, they should first realize what that means. It doesn't mean being evil and conquering others. It means being good. You know, because and like, if someone chooses to conquer others, then, well, that's stupid. Because evil people seek to own other people. They seek absolute control over them. But absolute control over another person just isn't possible. Because that's the thing about being human, that's the thing about being a person. Being a person means having the ability to make choices. And if you take a person's ability to make choices, then they are no longer a person. And therefore, tyrants never truly rule over people, but only over reflections of themselves. They live a lonely and solitary life of their own foolish making. So you shouldn't be evil, because if you are evil, then that's the stupid solitary life you're gonna live. So remember, everybody is born righteous, and the people who embrace the righteousness of their soul shall be the strongest. And virtue is power. Virtue is stronger than sin. I mean, like, sin is like a biblical concept, but like, when I say sin this time, I don't mean like biblical sin. I mean like doing evil. Like, good is more powerful than evil, I say. Yeah, good is more powerful than evil, and we should all be good, because this is what our society needs. This is what everyone needs. We need to realize how good we are deep down and be that person. We need to look deep into ourselves, see our goodness, And we will no longer have to choose between authenticity and goodness, because we will realize that both are the same thing. And that is how we will erase evil. Because it will ultimately, because evil will ultimately be revealed as pointless. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you guys and girls and everyone of every gender in existence. With this knowledge, you have the opportunity to make the world a better place. This is the supreme truth. It was given to you not by Vivzy Pop, not by Kesha, but by me. We do not need to change ourselves. We need to embrace who we truly are. Because deep down, humanity will always be righteous and pure.